Alright, so today we've got the CIGMAN laser level on hand, model CM-S04, and we're doing a full breakdown of this thing, start to finish. Unboxing every accessory in the case, every button on the unit, all of it. So grab a seat. But before we even crack the box open, let's talk real quick about what this thing is actually bringing to the table. It's got pulse mode, self-leveling, Bluetooth smart control, a 2-inch IPS screen on the side, a manual mode, and it's rated IP54. So dust and the occasional splash aren't going to take it out. Okay, let's open this thing up. So right out of the shipping box, there's another box inside, and this is the one that actually matters. It's a hard-carrying case plastic build, and it feels tough enough that you'd trust it to live in your truck or your job bag and take a beating. Picking it up, it's got some real weight to it too. This isn't some hollow, flimsy case. It's got that briefcase kind of feel to it. Handle on top for carrying it around, and just holding it, it gives off a pretty durable vibe right away. And here's how it actually opens. 2 clips right here, pop those, and there we go. Okay, so popping this open, everything inside is sitting neat, organized. Every piece has its own little cutout compartment, nothing rattling around loose in here. And if you look at the inside of the lid, there's foam padding lining the whole thing. So whatever's in here stays put and stays protected while it's getting tossed around on a job site or in the back of a car. So right in the middle, that's the laser level itself, and around it is basically the entire accessory kit. We've got a remote here, the manual, 2 batteries, and what I'd call a tripod-style base. Let's just go through these one by one because there's actually a good amount here. Starting with the manual and self-explanatory. Next to it, this is a stainless steel base plate. This is for mounting the unit up on a wall or a stand. Then this one right here is the target plate, and this just makes it a lot easier to actually spot where your reference point is landing, especially at distance. And there's a lanyard tucked in here too for if you're working up high and don't want to be chasing this thing across the floor if it slips. Then here we've got the 2 batteries. These are USB-C rechargeable, which I like because that means no digging around for the right charger. CIGMAN's rating these at around 7 hours of runtime each, so realistically that's a full day covered if you're rotating between the 2. This next piece here, this is the lifting base. It's got 4 rubber pads on the bottom of it, and that's a nice little detail. Keeps it from sliding around once it's set down. There's a knob right here too, and turning this raises or lowers the whole base, which we'll actually try out in a second. Then this is the charger, just a USB-C cable, and there's also a nut in here which we'll see the use for later. Then here's the remote, and to be honest, this thing is nice, it's compact, minimal, doesn't feel like an afterthought. Next to that is the magnetic mount. And then, last one out, but this is really the whole show, the laser level itself. Okay, so picking this up, it's genuinely compact for everything it's doing. Looking around the unit, up on top here, there's one emitter, there's another one on this side, one more right here, and then flip it over, there's one on the bottom too. So that's 4 total, 1 for each plane. This is a 16-line green laser level with an LCD screen built right into the side of it, and it's projecting across 4 full 360-degree planes. There's also this lock button right here, and just looking at it, my guess is this has something to do with mounting. We're going to find out exactly what it does in a bit, so hang on to that thought. Down here is the battery compartment. Let's pop a battery in and power this thing on. Okay, there we go. All 4 lasers just lit up at once. And real quick, heads up before you try this at home, keep this pointed down while it's powering on, because these are green beams and catching one straight in the eye is not a fun time. So using the H and V buttons right here, you can cycle through the modes, H for horizontal, V for vertical. And it just steps through each option one at a time in a loop. And the screen's actually really handy for this because it shows you exactly which lines are currently on and which ones are off, so you're never guessing what mode you're actually in. The power button's doing double duty too. Press and hold, and you can dial the brightness up or down, or flip the beams over into a strobe mode. And this can also charge directly through this USB-C port right on the unit, so you don't even have to pop the battery out just to top it off overnight. Let's actually take a proper look at these beams. Turning everything on, and yeah, there it is, 16 lines, dead straight, fully visible even in this lighting, and that's really the green laser doing the work there. Green just reads a lot more clearly than the old red lasers used to, especially indoors. Now let's set this up on the lifting base real quick. Base itself is rubber, and it's also got rubber feet on the bottom of it. Setting the laser level down on top, and it sits snug. It's not magnetic, so it's not locked in place or anything, but it's got enough grip that it's not shifting around from a light bump or the table vibrating. And using this knob here, you can raise the whole thing up, roughly 4 to 5 inches, which comes in handy anytime you need the beam sitting right at working height instead of down near the floor. Okay, let's check out the remote for a second because I actually really like this one. It's compact, it's slim, it's minimal. Doesn't feel bulky in your hand at all. Layout's basically identical to the buttons on the unit itself. H, V, and power. Plus there's an extra brightness button on here too, so you can adjust that without walking back over to the base unit. There's also this tiny indicator light on the remote. I press any button and it blinks once, just confirming, yeah, that command actually made it through. And with this remote, you're controlling horizontal and vertical switching plus brightness, all from a distance, which matters a lot more than it sounds once this thing is mounted up on a wall or a ceiling and you don't feel like climbing up and down a ladder every time you want to nudge a setting. And if you'd rather skip the remote altogether, CIGMAN's also got a smart leveling app for iOS and Android that connects over Bluetooth, so you can run all those same modes and brightness settings straight from your phone. Same idea, just from your pocket instead of a separate piece of hardware. Alright, and then we've got the magnetic mount here. It's got legs on it that extend out for a bit more stability once it's set up. there's a screw right on the front, and turning this lets the base slide forward and backward. And then this other adjustment here lets you lift the base up or down. Now let's actually mount the laser level onto this. It sits right down onto this mounting screw here, like so, and then you just tighten this same screw down to lock it in place. Nice and secure. So, CIGMAN's built here with the CM-S04 is a 4x 360-degree green laser level, and it's aimed at people doing serious interior work. Drywall, ceiling alignment, tile layout, cabinet installs, basically anywhere you need multiple reference lines running at the same time instead of just one basic crossline beam. Accuracy-wise, it's rated at plus or minus 1.5 mm over 5 meters with a 30-meter working range, and it self-levels automatically within about 3 to 4 degrees of tilt. And if you're somewhere that's not level to begin with, stairs, railings, angled layouts, you just switch over to manual mode and set your own lines instead of fighting the auto-leveling the whole time. And with that IP54 rating, dust and light splashes on a job site aren't going to be a problem either. So that's the CIGMAN CM-S04, fully unboxed and broken down piece by piece, right here on the table in front of us. That was all. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos.